Have you started seeing a bunch of houses on the market have to reduce their price? And now you're starting to wonder, is San Diego in the middle of a housing market correction? Well, let's check it out. Hi, I'm Nick with the Iannitti Group. I just want to come at you with a real quick San Diego housing update for June. So, are we in a housing market correction? I know it feels like that, but we're actually not. What we probably are seeing are the effects of there are some sellers out there who basically don't really fully have an understanding of today's market. Perhaps they're not working with a top line professional that has been able to properly educate them on the fact that we're not in the same type of market that we were in the beginning of the year. Okay. When it comes to correction, though, let's define that real quick. Investopedia thinks that that is a decline of 10% or greater in the price of a security asset or financial market. Keep in mind, most economists are calling for a 9% appreciation this year, but no one is calling for price reductions. And we haven't actually seen that yet. Okay. Seller traffic, though, definitely in California has started to weaken. We've also seen buyer traffic definitely weakening. And keep in mind that this is a direct function of rising interest rates. Remember that for every 1 percentage point increase in a mortgage interest rate, that decreases a buyer's purchasing power by 10%. So what we're seeing is a lot of people are basically being priced out of the home that they wanted, and ultimately the buyer pool for a particular price point is actually shrinking. So what's ahead? Well, experts do believe that we're still going to feel the effects of this limited inventory, right? Especially in regards to many more millennials now reaching the age of them starting to consider home ownership, which will keep upward pressure on prices. Keep in mind that 43% of the entire buyer pool right now are millennial buyers. So we're not going to get out of this anytime soon. We probably are going to have a recession this year. And if you followed my videos over the months, keep in mind, recession is not directly correlated to home prices. We've had 6 recessions since the 1980s, and half of them we've seen home price appreciation over 6%. We did see one of them in 2008 that created the market, but keep in mind that this recession was caused by a housing market collapse. So in this particular case, they were directly related. But across the board, all the way back to the 1980s, recessions are not directly correlated with home prices. So keep that in mind. Looking at San Diego housing market update, though, keep in mind these are median numbers. They are year-over-year numbers, and they are for all housing types in all of San Diego County, okay? Everything above the line are our lagging indicators telling us where the market's been. Everything below the line are our leading indicators telling us where the market is going. So sales price was up 16% year-over-year. Our active market time was 9 days. That was unchanged. Our sold price per square foot was up 25%, and our month's worth of inventory, this is still the telltale, right? 1.1 months worth of inventory. Remember, we need 6 months of inventory for a healthy market. This has remained unchanged. And basically everything below the line, we're looking at everything is basically down. I've been telling you, previously this was, directly related to the reduction in inventory. Now it's coupled with that increase in mortgage rates, which has decreased our demand. What's the overall result going to be? It's not going to be a market correction. What it's actually going to be is probably more of us returning to a more normal market like we saw before the pandemic. That's most likely what's going to happen over the next 2 or 3 years. We're going to go from this 18% appreciation, which was not sustainable, down to 9, 10%, and work our way back more towards the 4 to 5 to 6% or more normal appreciation. So anyway, if you have questions about what these numbers mean to you, if you're wondering if this is a good time to buy or sell, if you're wondering what your home is worth, what's going on in your neighborhood, just reach out. I'm always happy to have that conversation with you. And that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in. And remember, who you choose to negotiate for you absolutely matters.